I wanted to share something very special with you, something very near and dear to my heart. When you look at this book, you might think something beautiful must be written, bound between these beautiful pages and this beautiful leather binding, and you would be 100% wrong. This was my diary from when I was 7 years old. I drew a lot of pictures. I drew more pictures than I did writing, I think. Generally, I think this was spawned from me wanting to be Greg Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And I remember I begged my dad to take me to the store to get this book. I remembered that I made sure that he knew that I was getting a journal and not a diary. I was going to go through pretty much all of these, unless they're stupid or something. Well, all of them are dumb. I mean, all of them are very profound. What am I saying? So, this is the first entry. The day that I got this diary. A very special day. Sunday, May 2nd. 2010. I ate something that I did not like at all. It was a burned bagel with avocado, cucumber, and much more. I don't want to know what much more is. Razors in this or something that made me not like it. This makes me sound like a very pompous and spoiled child for being upset about getting a avocado bagel made for me in the morning. I went to too many stores, like the bookstore, to get this journal. Very important that it says journal. This ain't no diary. My dad and I went to baseball practice, but baseball practice was canceled, so we went to another store. I was really pissed off about the fact that we went to so many stores. This is a long entry for me. Usually these entries are very short. And Mom came home around 7:30 p.m. on the dot, and I drew a very nice photo of her. Those are not holes in her shirt, those are polka dots. You're looking great, Mom. We had chili for dinner, and my mom and I watched Dad cook the chili in his new Dutch oven. I didn't like it at all. I'm a hater. I'm a food hater. I've read this before. I read through this actually pretty recently, and I think that most of the time I only wrote about food when I did not like it or it was just okay. Monday, May 3rd, 2010. I woke up on the wrong, R-O-N-G, the wrong side of the bed. I loved breakfast. I just contradicted myself. I loved breakfast. This is a rare thickety loved breakfast moment. We did Write Me Back books. I don't know what that is. I didn't bring it. Okay, I'm so glad that I failed that assignment. Tuesday, May 4th, 2010. My dad made a good breakfast for us. You know what? I said I complained so much about food, and I brought lemons and avocado in a basket. That is completely out of context. Wednesday, May 5th, 2010. I ate dippin' eggs. Dippin' eggs are when they use like an over easy egg and you take a piece of toast and dip it in there. That was like my favorite meal. So I feel like I'm going to say it was awesome is what I said. And I spelled awesome right this time. I did not spell awesome right this time. I threw an L in there for some reason. We were going to the library, but unfortunately, Jesus, that is the worst spelling of unfortunately I've ever seen in my entire life. Unfortunately, the library was closed. I went to the YMCA and had pizza, juice, and a fudge sickle for doing a play. It was back in my day in my elementary school. Being in the play was like a big deal. If you were in the play, you were cool, all right? It was the complete opposite in every other school I was in, but in elementary school, like if you weren't in the play, you were lame as hell. And so I made it a point to be in the play every time there was a play. And also you got fudge sickles for being in the play, so that was always a plus. That was my main goal, I think, was to just get the fudge sickles. Tuesday, May 6th, 2010. I loved breakfast. Every time. I only have one bad breakfast. I went to school and really did nothing at school. Thank you. I went to a baseball game. I left at the bottom of the fourth and went to a Cub Scouts meeting, I'm sure is what I meant to say. We learned about primary colors. That's me throwing a ball and then leaving in the fourth inning like an asshole. I left my team to lose. That is a demon man teaching me what primary colors are. I had a big spelling test. I probably failed that considering looking at how bad my spelling is for all these. But I got an A+. That is surprising. They should have failed me out of school at this point. I gave my mom a Mother's Day present. Aw, probably a plant. That was my spelling test, though. Perfect rendition of what my spelling test was. I don't know what that is. I accidentally broke the camera. Oh my god, I remember this. My dad had a GoPro. He was very fond of this GoPro. And I don't know what I did. I think I just smashed it, and it ruined the entire day. Because those things are expensive, and he was pissed. I got in big trouble. I barely got any lunch. I made it seem like my parents were starving me for breaking the camera. I remember this lunch because it was super awkward. I didn't want to say anything. They just brought me to like a food court. It was just like a normal lunch, and I acted like they were like starving me because they hated me. I did not have a good day. I went to the parade and I got to ride in a go-kart. That seems like a great day. I did not have a good day, followed by I went to the parade and got to ride in a go-kart. I did not get to go to Aunt Linda's. And I'm crying because I really wanted to go to Aunt Linda's. I really, really wanted to go to Aunt Linda's. That tear is as big as my eyeball. That is an emotional moment for me. I got to go to SeaWorld. At the end, I got to go on Atlantis. This whole week sounds like an awesome week. I'm jealous of my younger self. I don't do nearly as cool stuff now. Look at how happy I am. I am grinning, and everybody else is just straight-faced. I'm the only one enjoying SeaWorld here. And then there's Slender Man in the background. Just hanging out with us. I went to my baseball game. It didn't go so well. I don't know why I'm getting a little silly as I'm getting striked out, but I got my tongue out. I'm getting a little silly, a little crazy, made to look like an embarrassment in front of my friends and family. I got to school. I did our spelling test. I was so excited. I did our spelling test. I was so excited, followed by a terrible spelling of excited. I went home and kicked it over the fence twice. It being, I wrote a note. It was a soccer ball. I kicked the soccer ball over the fence twice, and then I probably had to go ask the neighbors for it, which is an embarrassing time for me. All right, that was humiliating. We had to go get it from the neighbors. Yep, that was an embarrassing experience. I got the ball about 17 times, but I kicked it over twice. I love exaggerating. My God, I love spreading misinformation in my own diary. It was time to go to the movie. We went there and there was something. Oh, it was a movie at the park. That's what it was. Okay, a movie at the park. We went there and there was something called Peg Ball. It was this game where you ran between trees and somebody was the pegger and they like threw the ball at you. If they hit you, they pegged you and you were out. You went to the peg corner. Today I had a baseball game. Damn, I had so many baseball games. After my game, we went to Taco Bell. Classic post-game Taco Bell. I always got the cheesy roll-ups. They were $1 back then. I used to just ask my mom for dollar bills and just got more cheesy roll-ups. After that, we went to the Toyota dealership. I got so bored there. There's me on my DS. I remember sitting on a curb playing my DS for hours. It felt like hours at least. After that, we got a new car. Now, we got this car very late at night for me. It was 10:30. That was way past my bedtime, all right? That was a big deal. So the car we got was a Ford Flex, which is kind of a long car. And it was at night, so I didn't really see it super well. But I thought we bought a limousine. I tried to draw this thing as long as possible. I thought we bought an actual limousine. Oh, the first of many of these. If I didn't remember what happened that day, I didn't want to skip days. I wanted to be every single day I wanted to do this. So I would just write... I can't remember, and then put a giant question mark. I'm telling you, these pages are filled with, like, insightful knowledge that young me wanted to impart on my older self. Today, I went to my hair salon. I didn't go to a barber, I went to a hair salon, because I went with my mom. So I went to a hair salon, and they treated me like a princess there. At the end, I got a humongous bucket of cotton candy. As I was saying, they treated me like royalty, like a princess. I got the princess treatment at the hair salon. Today, I had a baseball game. I had a wonderful time, and there's me with my 5-foot vertical to catch a ball. And my hand is also like a bear paw. And then, of course, the next day, a classic I cannot remember with a giant question mark. I went and played laser tag. So this is my first experience playing laser tag. Back in the day, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate with this. I love drawing like battles on paper, like big wars of like people fighting and stuff like that. And so this was my opportunity to draw a war in my book, and I did not skimp on that. Look at that. But there's me hiding underneath the stairwell, I guess. But yeah, that was crazy. It was a giant all-out battle. No survivors. No mercy. So the next day we played a game called Vampires. I just wrote I was so scared, period, but I cannot even explain to you how terrified I was. I was shaking. One person was the vampire, and then they would like hunt all the little like villagers out, right? I think the thing that scared me the most is that if you could like shoot the vampire and stun the vampire, but if you shot too many times, you would become a vampire yourself. So I was so terrified of shooting too many times that I would check if the next one would make me a vampire by just shooting randomly. I don't know why that logically made sense to little me, but it did. Anyway, here's me hiding with the vampires chasing us, absolutely pissing my pants. My little laser tag pants are pissed right now. Okay, so I went from July to September. So I didn't write anything for the rest of the summer. I was having too much fun, being terrified. So it was the first day of school. It was so boring. I was in room 6, and there's all of us sitting, being good little children, conforming to society. Look at them beating their ideology into us, and making us into little robot slaves. And then I went to my soccer game, and they hate me, because I was too good of a goalie, damn it. They said, you suck. I was too good of a goalie. Look at me saving that. November 14th, 2010. Today, I had a nightmare. This is actually a really scary dream for me, but it's kind of a weird one. I was at a shop with a grown-up friend, and he took out guns, and he pointed them at me. He shot a couple, but I dodged it. All right, I was bobbing and weaving. I ran away and hid behind a stone wall, but there was another guy with 2 guns. I hid somewhere, but he found me. He took me to his car, but I got away and meet Dad. Anyway, I got to go to school. I got home and went to bed. I had a Thanksgiving performance. I was a pilgrim. We got ice cream sundaes at the end. This was back in 2010. They didn't see anything wrong with appropriating like Native American culture. We sang Kumbaya with the Indians and the pilgrims. Aw. Today was the teddy bear drive. We brought little teddy bears and gave them to kids who needed them more. I went to Nana's and had a great time. Now this is a big deal. You see this? You see this right here? You can probably tell what these are just based on the thing. Those are Star Wars action figures. And my god, that was the greatest day ever when I got my hands on one of those. It was probably a Boba Fett one. I was grabbing a Boba Fett one. I got to have a play date at my friend Colin's house, who's actually in another video. He's in the, he went backpacking with us on Catalina Island. And that's Colin. I actually don't know him. We picked him up on the side of the road. We wrestled a lot. We had this thing where we'd be like boys, and we'd like wrestle. When I drew it in the book, yeah. I'm not even gonna say anything about that. That's just what happened. That's just what I drew. We were wrestling. December 15th. Today I did not have a good day, exclamation mark. Today I did not find anybody to play with. I helped a lot of people. They did not help me back. I got bunny-eared at lunch, which I'm pretty sure means when they just do this. They got me. Anyway, I went to a play called Cinderella. It was super fun. That's the same day. Today, I had a great Christmas. I got a computer from Santa. Me, with my computer. So excited. This was the computer that spurred everything, alright? This was the Club Penguin computer. This was the pretty much only Club Penguin computer. But this is where I started gaming, alright? No Minecraft. That was later. That was middle school. This was Club Penguin era. New Year. I stayed up till midnight watching the crystal ball drop. Pretty sure my parents just played the East Coast one, and I stayed up until 9, and then I went to bed at 9 thinking that it was the New Year. April 6th, 2011. Today I got a new Hot Wheel. Now, it's my permanent racing car. I made a big race with all the other Hot Wheel cars. I had a lot of free time on my hands, considering I'm also an only child, so I made a lot of ways to have fun with myself. I had a big bin of Hot Wheels, and so I made a giant, like, tournament of all of them to see which one was the fastest, and it took me probably, like, 7 hours, and I had this one track that you could, like, race 4 of them and see which one was faster going down this thing, and I did all of them, alright, and I found out which one was fastest, and it was my permanent racing car, right? When I went to go to the races, the Hot Wheel races, that was my car. Today, I went to Jacob's house, and I got to sleep over. I got to go in his pool at 9 o'clock. That was night swimming. That was crazy. I woke up in my sleeping bag. We packed. We played the Wii, and Jacob did not have good sportsmanship. No hate on Jacob. Great guy. But when we were playing some Wii Sports, I was kind of destroying him at Wii Baseball or bowling or something. And that's him quitting the game. Making us quit the game and start over because I was winning, and that pissed me off. I was peeved. I was mad. Look at how mad I am. August 2nd, 2011. Today I got to go to a Cub Scout camp. I got all these different things. I don't know what that means, but there's also an image of me swimming. So maybe that's what I got, is water in my lungs. Today, my dad signed me up for bluegrass. Well, we went to a bluegrass festival, and I played the guitar. I don't really know how to play the guitar, but they taught me how to do 3 chords, and then we all set up as a big group, and I played those 3 chords like there was no tomorrow. There's me in front of everybody playing those 3 chords. It took me like a week to learn how to play 3 chords. But I was the star in the back where nobody could see me. October 1st, 2011. Today I went out and I got stuff for my birthday. I had a cowboy-themed birthday, and I really wanted silver gumballs for some reason, and so we got some silver gumballs from Party City, and that was a great day for me. I'm pretty sure I ate half of them that day, but today was my birthday. People got me so many presents. I turned 9. I got a nice waterproof watch too. I think I still have that watch to this day. Hold on. It says 10-year battery. So it should have been dead by now because it's been there. There it is. That is stylish as hell. I used to wear this all the time. 10-year battery, my ass. Cassia knew what they were doing. April 1st, 2012. My dad played so many tricks. He put salt. This is April. I was made a fool this day. He put salt in my toothbrush. He made me run into clear foil. He like put foil over the hallway thing, and I ran straight into it. And he did something so I couldn't get in bed. I didn't know what it was, but he short sheeted my bed, and I just didn't know what he'd done, but it was awful. And he was just I remember him laughing at me as I struggled. And ever since, I've never forgiven him. October 19th, 2011. We got a new dog. She is called a Spoodle. We named her Samantha. We could have chosen a lot of other Spoodles. I need to get the dog for this video. Oh, there she is. Hi, Sammy. She's so happy. Look at how happy she is to be. I think she was actually the one that didn't want anything to do with us. There were a lot of them that kept playing with us, and she was the one that was off in the corner by herself. That one's mine. The one that doesn't like me, that one's mine. Today, we dissected a squid. We got to figure out if it was a boy or a girl. We got a boy. It says we popped the eyes and got the pupils. I popped the eyes and was a psychopath, and the pupils are like little, like, beads. I don't know why I put that bird on everybody else in my group, but we took the ink and wrote with it. God, that is awful. Desecrating this poor creature. Oh, this is a classic. I was gonna write something very important, but all I got out of it was October, and that's the end. That's all I got through. And that October was the last October that I ever wrote. 2 years later, I came back. At this point, I was pretty old at this point, right? Like I'd matured quite a bit, 2 whole years. And so I thought, I'm much better than this kid from 2 years ago. I know I've spent a lot of time throughout this journal. Let me catch you up on time. Right now, I'm 11 years old. My dog, Samantha, is 2 and is a very smart and energetic dog. I was really like putting as many big words as I could into this. I was really reaching into my vocabulary to pull these out. I love her very much. It's summer now, and I have successfully completed the 5th grade. I have successfully completed the 5th grade, by the way. My teacher, and then I got bored and didn't write anything else after that. I, in fact, did not catch myself up with my own speed. And that was the last entry in the whole book. Everything else is blank. So, maybe I'll start this up again. Who knows? I have a lot more room to write more in this. That was my Draw My Life, I guess, in book form. And also, thank you for being members. I really appreciate it. It means a ton that you're a member. Support my streams and everything. I have a lot more vlogs on the way because of summer. So thank you guys again so much for being a member. I really appreciate it. Bye!